We imagined engagement with China would produce a future with bright promise of comedy and cooperation. But today we're all still wearing masks and watching the pandemic's body count rise because the CCP failed in its promises to the world. We, the freedom-loving nations of the world, must induce China to change, just as President Nixon wanted. We must induce China to change in more creative and assertive ways because Beijing's actions threaten our people and our prosperity. We must start by changing how our people and our partners perceive the Chinese Communist Party. We have to tell the truth. We can't treat this incarnation of China as a normal country just like any other. We know that trading with China is not like trading with a normal law-abiding nation. But I call on every leader of every nation to start by doing what America has done, to simply insist on reciprocity, to insist on transparency and accountability from the Chinese Communist Party. For too long, we let the CCP set the terms of engagement, but no longer. Free nations must set the tone. We must operate on the same principles. We have to draw common lines in the sand that cannot be washed away by the CCP's bargains or their blandishments. Now, it's true, it's difficult. It's difficult for some small countries. They fear being picked off. Some of them, for that reason, simply don't have the ability or the courage to stand with us for the moment. Indeed, we have a NATO ally of ours that hasn't stood up in the way that it needs to with respect to Hong Kong because they fear Beijing will restrict access to China's market. This is the kind of timidity that will lead to historic failure, and we can't repeat it. We cannot repeat. The USSR was closed off from the free world. Communist China is already within our borders. So we can't face this challenge alone. The United Nations, NATO, the G7 countries, the G20, our combined economic, diplomatic, and military power is surely enough to meet this challenge. If the free world doesn't change, Communist China will surely change us. There can't be a return to the past practices because they're comfortable or because they're convenient.
東網想你睇計劃返嚟啦！今次新增咗賺分任務，每日簽到同埋閱讀指定新聞，一邊睇新聞一邊賺到更多 on.cc coins， 換取豐富獎賞。想知有咩可以換？推入嚟兌換禮物，入貨架一次過睇晒，揀啱心水禮品之後，可以揀郵寄或者自行領取。換咗禮物，幾時到期又唔記得？推入嚟戶口記錄，隨時隨地查閱積分記錄。睇到你已經兌換嘅禮物同埋領取詳情，咁就萬無一失啦！快啲下載東網 App， 推入想你睇呢粒金幣仔，登記成為東網會員，就可以睇新聞、贏獎賞啦！